Yo, what's going on everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a deep dive on Togekiss with the new Community Day move Aura Sphere. This Pokemon has a lot of potential as a raid damage dealer, and it also improves quite a bit with this move against certain bosses. Of course, it's going to be a bit of a side grade when it comes to PvP, but I'll get more into that later. Alright, so with that said, let's roll the intro and get right into it. Alright, let's talk about Togekiss. So, this Pokemon is going to be the featured Pokemon for April Community Day, which is of course happening this weekend, and it's going to be getting the brand new move Aura Sphere. This fighting type charge attack was made famous through Lucario, but it's going to be added to Togekiss's move pool. Now, there's a lot of discussion going on right now regarding how effective this move will be, and I have to tell you, it's going to be pretty exciting against certain bosses, but at the same time, it's going to be more of a side grade for a lot of other situations. But still, there's a lot of potential for Togekiss to be a lot more useful, so if you have yourself a really good Togetic and you want to evolve it during this community day, I highly suggest you do so. So yeah, let's get into the details for Togekiss. Togekiss is a fairy and flying type Pokemon. This gives it a weakness against electric types, ice types, poison types, rock types, and steel types. It's going to have a double resistance to bug types, dragon types, fighting types, and ground types, and a regular resistance to dark types and grass types. The cool thing about Togekiss is that it is actually a hard counter to a variety of different Pokemon in the Go Battle League. If you want to use Togekiss in raid battles, just know that it is weather boosted by windy weather and cloudy weather. Cloudy weather is going to boost up its fairy type attacks, and windy weather is going to boost up its flying type attacks. But considering that Togekiss is mainly used as a fairy type attacker, you will want to use it when it is cloudy outside. In terms of Togekiss's base stats, it can come with a base attack stat of 225, a base defense stat of 217, and a base stamina stat of 198. These are the most well-rounded you can get for a Pokemon like Togekiss. This is going to make it extremely good for the Go Battle League, and also a decent raid attacker as well. Next, let's talk about what moves Togekiss can come with, starting with the fast attacks. It can come with either Charm, Air Slash, or Hidden Power. Charm is of course going to be the absolute best fast attack that you can have on Togekiss. It doesn't necessarily generate a ton of energy, but it deals a lot of chip damage by itself. Now in terms of Togekiss's charge attacks, it can come with Flamethrower, Dazzling Gleam, Aura Sphere, Aerial Ace, and Ancient Power. Dazzling Gleam is going to be Togekiss's absolute best charge attack. That is of course because it benefits from stab, and it does deal a lot of damage for the amount of energy that you spend. Now for the second charge attack, it's all going to come down to type coverage. Aura Sphere is the new Community Day move on Togekiss, and it's going to give you a lot of type coverage against ice types, rock types, and steel types. It also deals plenty of neutral damage against types that don't resist it, so it is something you should consider when you're rolling with Togekiss. Now, aside from Aura Sphere, the other classic move that typically goes on Togekiss is of course Ancient Power and Flamethrower. Both of these moves are really good for the Go Battle League, but if you wanted to use Aura Sphere, then instead of Dazzling Gleam, I would go with Flamethrower and Aura Sphere, because that's going to give you plenty of type coverage. However, do not sleep on Dazzling Gleam. It is extremely powerful and it can actually deal a lot of nuke damage. The only problem with Dazzling Gleam is getting enough energy to use it. Considering that Charm is Togekiss's best fast attack, but it generates very little energy, it's going to take a while before you can launch your first Dazzling Gleam. So yeah, unless you're using Togekiss for raid battles, Dazzling Gleam may not actually be your #1 choice. But considering that Togekiss's move pool is very diverse, you can mix and match depending on what your needs are. Now in regards to the Go Battle League, you will want to use Togekiss mainly in the Ultra League and Master Premier League. The rank 1 IVs for Togekiss is going to be 0, 10, and 15 for the Great League, and 0, 15, and 15 for the Ultra League. Obviously for the Master League you will want a 100%, but that's going to require you to do a lot of farming and a lot of luck as well. But if you are lucky enough to get yourself a 100% IV Togekiss, then you should definitely max it out as soon as possible because it is one of the strongest Pokemon to have in the Master Premier League. Maybe not so much for the Open Master League, but at least for the Premier League, this Pokemon could net you a lot of wins with just Charm alone. Personally speaking, I've used Togekiss quite a lot in the past, especially in the Ultra League. I'm really excited to try out Aura Sphere to see how powerful it can be, but from the looks of it, it may just be a situational move depending on the meta. But in terms of raid DPS, it could actually be a usable move against a lot of Pokemon that are weak against fighting types. Considering that there's not too many good fighting types out there, having Togekiss could actually prove to be really useful. Considering that it has so many really good resistances, you could actually use it as a fighting type attacker, and you could do a lot of damage against raid bosses that are weak against fighting types. There's actually quite a few bosses out there that are weak against both fairy types and fighting types, so you definitely want to have Togekiss in the lineup because it's going to be really difficult for that raid boss to knock it down. And once Togekiss gets Aura Sphere, I think it's going to be one of the top gym attackers in the game. Considering that there's so many Pokemon out there that are commonly used for gym defense that are weak against fairy types and fighting types, this Pokemon could actually be useful almost immediately. It's going to be an absolute menace against Pokemon like Blissey and Snorlax, and it's going to deal a lot of damage against very unique gym defender Pokemon. But we'll just have to wait and see what kind of impact this Pokemon does once it receives this Community Day move. Alright, there you have it. These were the details for Togekiss with Aura Sphere. Again, this Pokemon is going to be extremely useful in a lot of different circumstances, but in general, it's going to receive a bit of a side grade with Aura Sphere. I think it would have been really nice if Niantic decided to go with Fairy Wind instead of Aura Sphere, but in general, I can't be disappointed with this move. I think Togekiss is going to be a lot more relevant, and I'm really okay with that because I really like this Pokemon. And who knows, maybe in the future it will receive Fairy Wind, and that would make it extremely powerful for both the Go Battle League as well as with raid battles. Aura Sphere on Togekiss is definitely going to be interesting in a variety of different metas, so definitely share your thoughts regarding this Pokemon and this new Community Day move down below in the comments. Let's have a great discussion, and I look forward to hearing about your wins when it comes to this Pokemon. But yeah, in any case, that's going to be it. If you ended up enjoying this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. For all my patrons, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to interact with me in some way, like with remote raids, then do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.